Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third best of 3 of the day. We're jumping into paiN, taking on Evidence, and already a lot of aggression actually taken by the CT side, as we saw PKL just running straight on down Banana like an absolute madman. He got eliminated, unfortunately, though, and with Landon being lit down to 20 HP, Evidence actually have a bit of an upper hand coming into this round. An even situation looks good for the T side in general, looking at the fact that they have so many Glocks to work with and control towards the A bomb site, where only 2 players now remain after them previously dragging over rotations to B. This could certainly prove to be a seriously threatening round for the CT side. Coming straight in through apartments. Oh my god. Fatson almost finds a lot more than he should have, as we're down to just a 2 versus 2 with a quick elimination onto Landon, who, as we said before, was a mere 20 HP. A very quick frag to be found. And now Tadazin and Biguzera. We're going to try and pull this back. Gone on low, up close, straight away. Janeko's going to be spotted, and only leaves Gone to pull this off. Low HP, all they have to do is tap him in the body, but Tadazin goes one step further and takes his head clean off, leaving us over into a 1-0 scoreline in favor of paiN. And in general, I would say that this map looks in favor of paiN, as they come in as a pretty dominant team, I suppose, over the likes of a team like Evidence. I think it's fair to say that they're fast favorites. So, over on the paiN lineup, again, we're going to go through the names. Now, I've cast paiN before, so I think I'm pretty on point with them, but Evidence are new to me. So we've got Fastzin, Tadazin, Biguzera, PKL, and Landon on the left-hand side. And then on the right, Skuld, Gon, Janeko, Dumao, and Rude. What I'm going to go with. Let me know if any of them are mispronunciated or anything like that. And outside of that, let's get on into the action, as straight away we're going to see Landon falling yet again without being able to do a whole lot. Damage has been done to Gon at least, so a small upside, but in a round like this, you don't want to be losing too many players. This is where, you know, a couple deagles, 3 pieces of armor. You're expecting Evidence to come through with probably 2 kills, nothing more. So paiN have a lot of weight on their shoulders, especially having bought up those 2 rifles. The scout down in mid already, not ideal to have that dissipate so early. Awkward flashbang, as PKL just about misses that. Holding down towards Banana. Biguzera going to be backing off a little bit. He's got support now, so they can take a more aggressive stance if they want to. But both SMGs playing on B, they have a slightly weaker defense, so they want to focus more around the utility-based repellent rather than trying to use their bullets in fights. Makes more sense. Your utility is more likely to stave them off, and indeed, if you can avoid fighting with those SMGs up against what could be a pretty dangerous long-range fight versus a deagle, that's what you want to do. But as these pistols push on forward, a one-shot headshot is possible for every B defender, alongside... Oh no, PKL was thinking about rotating there. He drops the Molotov though and remains here. 14 seconds, there's barely any time for a plant, and as long as Biguzera stays alive towards the back of the bomb site, it's all over. And just as quickly as I can get the words out, PKL picks up a 3K, shutting them down. Great utility usage from paiN, but it did cost them quite a bit. I mean, even those 2 Molotovs in the end, that's a lot of cash down the drain to close it out. So we're 2-0. paiN leading, but here's where Evidence get the full buyout. They've got AKs, they've got utility to work with as well. And paiN on the back foot a little bit, I suppose, with the couple of SMGs they come into play with, but they've got plenty of utility to work around. And this is where Evidence need to get around on the board. Well, they don't need to, but you definitely want to avoid giving paiN anything to work with. If they win this round, they probably upgrade their SMGs to do it flawlessly anyways. They would land themselves a decent start to the half and the possibility of securing their economy further in the next round. Not what you want to be offering them at all, but oh my god, Tadison, what a hold on short. Taking down Rude after just one kill comes through for him, and it's all on Gon and Dumao. And although it's turned into a 3v2, Evidence started that round out so well, and yet instantaneously you see paiN just coming through on that level of individuality that you can expect, and Tadison is the player that you look towards to pull that through a lot of the time. Another one that can definitely be seen as a shining light of individual skill is paiN, and he should get combat, but he's left long. Rotating over to B, where I suspect the push to come through, but they're about to find out that's not the case. Landon's left alone on A with the AWP. 10 seconds left. Rotation's coming over, but at this point there's nothing he can do. He's also being approached on from above, so he's going to get shut down. An AWP lost, and I mean, I really feel in the 1v2, you leave Biggie Zara there alone with the MP9 to hold down a close range angle, and don't abandon your AWP. A bit of a misplay cost them, as we're now into a 2 versus 2. AWP retrieved, but quickly smoked off. Oh no, big steps out too far. He's taken down by the AWP that he just smoked off. And this pushes PKL into a situation that he probably can't win. Long range with the MP5 SD. Oh, lordy lord. Tapping away, doesn't do enough damage to Gon to eliminate him, so the AWP should be saved up. Can Gon not find it? Oh no. The AWP just disappeared. Disintervaporated. And that's a round that I definitely didn't see paiN losing, I gotta say. And with them dropping there... Okay. Well, you know what? I was going to build up a little narrative, but Fastens decided to just walk away with the double kill on the AUG. It didn't look too likely that they'd get a whole lot done. You really only had 2 rifles that you were looking towards to get damage in, and Landon, again, lit down very early on. He had a Mag 7. He didn't do a whole lot of damage. Not quite as much as he could have, as Gon's down to 44, but that's CSGO shotguns for you. And paiN stand a really good chance. With a minute left, though, they can't allow Evidence too much room to breathe. I like the fact that they've got an aggressive hold towards Banana, with Big Azera just spotting out. That's more like what we want to see from these guys with low time remaining, instead of rotating over and gambling. Leaving your AWP to just suffocate. Or be suffocated by the utility usage of the T's. Landon's up close with that mag, but head tapped straight away. Had no chance whatsoever. Fasten those, found himself a 3rd kill. Spray down through the smoke, stops the bomb from being planted, and they know he's up close. This could be very dangerous. In a 2v2, straight through the smoke. Ruda takes him down, leaving it all into Big Azera. 1 versus 2. A bomb planted on the site. He has no idea where Rude is, but he has a good idea on Skuld. Oh, he's exposed himself to Pit. It's not peeking. What's happening here? Okay, the trade goes through at least. He's checking, presumably, over towards apartments at that point. At least 1 more kill goes down, but in a round that paiN didn't look too contentious in, they do a lot of damage, and that's the nature of Inferno in general. The fact that you can have so many close-range weapons, but it wasn't even the close-range weapons that... Or the fact that you can viably have them. But it wasn't the close-range weapons that necessarily did the work. The majority you would really put down to the AUG there of Fasten. He did the vast majority of the damage in the round. And now as we look towards 2-2, Evidence still have to keep reinvesting on the back of losing so many players. They're down low in economy. They've invested fully into utility as well. paiN would do very well to find 2 kills here. Just again continue that cycle of investment. With Rude down low and Dumao on 50, it's possible for Big Azera, but it's a big ask for P2000 as well. Skuld's taking the first fight. Doesn't quite work out. Really, they were just hoping, or Big was just hoping that they didn't spot him and he could capitalize on a couple of kills from behind, but ce n'est pas possible. So 3-2. Couple good rounds for Evidence on the back of their full buy. They've pretty much shut paiN out, but eventually paiN are able to get a good buy of their own. We are missing some pieces of utility and a kit, which is more important. Considering long rotation times, you know, if without a kit in play, it could certainly hamper them if a bomb site is hit hard. And a very slow round. Evidently, Evidence just kind of stagnating towards middle, waiting for something to happen, waiting for paiN to take some aggression, but it's not happening. Eventually going to start to get a little bit aggressive. Swinging in over towards the apartments, dropping down already into pit. Janeko's playing a very risky game. As he spotted out and eliminated a man advantage now for the CT side. They've spotted them out rotating towards the B bomb site. We can't even switch to Big Azera though, and he's already down. Smoke goes in, flashbang as well. This could allow a lot of damage to come through, but they've already turned from the flash. They expected it. And PKL is going to be taken down. Okay, it was a 4v3 and you would have preferred to see him stay alive, but I think going in for it in that situation wasn't the worst that he could have done. If the flashbang had have hit, he could have made a huge play and defended the bomb site, considering they have no kit as well. But it does put them in an awkward situation now coming. Oh no! Dumao takes for granted that it's clear and gets dropped in the open. Skull's been spotted. They're just going to stick to defuse now. Tadison needs to cover, and he is indeed. There's no way that defuse gets stopped, surely? 2 seconds left. Skull comes out, and he stops it just in time with a 4K. My god, Skull. What a play by him. And a fantastic round on the board for Evidence here on their map pick as they start out really strong on their T side. Now they're starting to win me into their court as paiN come in with, again, a pretty weak buy. We should see a few pistols in play. The odds now looking better for Evidence, as you can see. And looking at a 4-2 scoreline, okay, pause comes in from the T side, which is, I mean, very admirable of them. They're taking it, they're slowing themselves down. The previous round was pretty close, and they almost lost it, so it makes sense to refocus, regain your competitive edge, and analyze what went wrong, even though you managed to win it. Going into this, there shouldn't be too much of a problem for them. Well, that said, actually, pistols and armor do make it out. I wasn't really seeing the armor for paiN, but okay. I respect it. And with that, with the fact that they've actually gone for the armor as well, it gives them a real chance to get the damage done in up-close battles, specifically towards Banana. So be surprised if we see Evidence focusing on that area of the map, even in the late round at the moment. The kills don't go their way, though, as Skuld is dropped. The AK-47 is there to be retrieved, but they've quickly regrouped up to take that control back, as Gon is pushing through the apartment, spots out that they haven't got the AK, so they'll probably commit to A at this point just to stop them from having that AK saved over. Gon spots them up close, takes down Landon. Just assume that they wouldn't continue aggression through apartments after the pistols being spotted out, and with a second kill, this should very quickly be a full commitment towards bomb plant on A. Not able to find the kill on CT, so the bomb plant's not even possible, as the round's already over. I'm pushing it over 5-2. Evidence now face another trial by combat as paiN come in with an AWP on Landon, who hasn't had the brightest of starts to a lot of these rounds. Here's his chance to change that. Change the course of things. So again, Evidence are going to be playing this pretty slow. They avoid any early nades pretty well. The only problem here is with that one smoke down towards bottom banana. Oh no, Big. Big Ozera takes down Rude. There's his body lying cold and dead on the floor. Lying on the floor. Yeah, that's a really awkward spot. The spams on the PKL do quite a... Oh no! Big Ozera beaten in his own game. Is he taken down through the smoke? Landon's going to try to recover it, misses the op shot, and this is going to be devastating for them. Yeah, Janeko up close on mid, flash goes down. Op is forced back off the angle, kill from Skull. He now knows there's another player on the balcony, as again, the shots aren't connected. I mean, he lost 4 HP, and he gained so much information and a man advantage for his team. He goes down. Landon's super low on long. I don't know what Duma's doing here. He's got the bomb. He pushes over back towards the B bomb site. Almost loses it. He goes down to 28 HP, but it's all on Landon now to try and pull it back. AVP in hand, 13 health, and he's being watched. Gon doesn't quite catch him on the angle swinging out. He would have if he just peeked out a second or two earlier. Catches him eventually going for the save towards the apartments, takes him down and puts it over 6-2. Ninja. You got a stealthy kill, so you gotta flex how you did it. But yeah, on 6-2, I think Evidence are definitely having a fantastic game to start that I wasn't expecting, but especially with how paiN started to perform early on, we saw Tadazin showing up straight away, and then all of a sudden, things just flip on their head. Four or 5 CZ. No, 4 CZs and P250. I did count right the first time. It's a brave round for paiN. One that we're going to see a lot of early aggression in normal circumstances. And yeah, indeed, look at the push down towards short. Duma decides correctly not to push through it. As the flashes go in, Landon doesn't make it through the smoke. Fasten finds a 1-for-1 trade. And with that, I mean, Evidence are grouped up. They've got all 4 players bottom banana. They're looking to clear this out systematically, take a fight as a team, and leave the CTs with nothing. No chances, no opportunities. They've dragged rotations towards the B bomb site. Now Landon holds alone towards long with only 1 player on the bomb site. Tadazin hoping to catch them off guard. Landon is taken down without a kill. Man advantage in favor of Evidence. They close in the distance on the bomb site. They haven't spotted Tadazin, but they're clearing it. They know that he's going to be here somewhere. Oh no, misses the shots. That should be the round pretty much over. Big Ozera's got armor and a CZ, so we'll try to catch anybody getting a little bit over aggressive. But as PKL goes down, it becomes less and less likely that paiN will be able to do anything in this round. Skuld's the only player that's low, but he's over towards second mid. Nice shots by Big Ozera to take the head off. Swings out towards middle, catches Rude, jumping around, and another headshot. Clean as can be, Big Ozera. But unfortunately, Janeko survives the headshot and returns some bullets of his own, putting it 7-2, but decent economy damage done. Excuse me. The real problem is that Evidence at this point are beyond economic damage. They've got a lot of cash built up, and it'll be quite a while before paiN see any return on that kind of investment. And with the fact that they're already allowing 7 rounds into the hands of the terrorist side, this is not where you also want to have them in control of their economy. Not that there's much choice for paiN. Not that there's any choice for paiN at this stage. Molotovs go down early on, and now PKL's completely cut off. Drops a flashbang so his teammate can help out. It's a counter flash. Flash goes over, but they've turned away from it. They're spamming the smoke to try and prevent him from finding any kills, or at least find a kill onto him as he pushes forward. Nice nade. Ruda goes down to 50 HP. he was playing further back towards the middle of Banana. He's going to be pretty upset about that. And again, a super slow round coming through from Evidence, but these have been working for them so far as they've consistently found themselves weakened bomb sites to push. The problem is this time they haven't faked anything out. They haven't sold any false information towards their opponents. Or to their opponents. And so as they come for the push forward, it will be a stacked B bomb site with one rotation coming in through CT and two players here. It's not where the flash was supposed to go. Big Zara pushes through the smoke anyways, and he capitalizes on 2 quick kills, but it's pulled back just as quickly. Gon eventually goes down, and Janeko's left alone on B. Bomb dropped in the open, USP in the hand of Landon, and he's just buying time. He falls, though. Oh, no. Perfectly safe behind the fountain. Molotov goes through. Fasten has to win this fight. Molly's going to push Janeko out into the open. He just stands there. He just takes it. He accepts his fate as it is. Happy to have at least achieved a bomb plant, and under the circumstances, I think that was more than you could have expected from him, realistically. Je m'excuse. Just not having a good day today. The allergies are kicking in hard. I gotta start taking my meds again. Popping pills. Y'all popping pills back there? Just hay fever tablets. Don't worry about it. All good. So, at this point, I mean, Evidence still have a decent amount of rounds, no matter what happens. So for paiN, it's super important that they connect as many as they physically can. They got to pretty much finish this 8-7. Every single round that Evidence pick up from this point forward isn't a necessity, but a massive bonus to them. They're just spotting out the peak reaction times lightning fast as he takes down Big Zero. Fastens at least able to return it, but does go down to pretty low HP in the process, with Tadazin on 52. 57, but I meant 50 as well. Big Yal picks up an opening advantage for his team at least as they push towards the B bomb site. Rotations come in from Fasten to help things out. Problem is, Gon's got himself into a pretty sneaky beaky position. Coming up behind them. Talking about behind, Landon's pushed down middle. I mean, it's like these guys have swapped positions. 2 flank kills come through, but the one for the CTs is the most important because they've got the bomb trapped in Banana. Now Gon has to do some big work coming through the CT spawn, and he's already been spotted rotating around there. With 8 seconds left, Demao has no time. Oh my god, he's found both kills. Does he get the bomb plant? I think he does just about. Did he start? I think he started a little bit too late. Oh my god. Just a second, but not even a second. 2 milliseconds away. But paiN do enough to win that out. Despite the massive advantage they had, it still came very, very close though. That's the real issue for me. It's hard to gain trust in these guys because the rounds that they're winning are so close. But the rounds Evidence are winning have at times been very one-sided. There's the shot on Daruda to bring it into a one-man advantage for paiN. Early on, gaining it on the CT side, and this is something they've been missing quite a lot. Or indeed, if it's been the man advantage gained, it's consistently been traded back. So far, they have 7 opening kills on the CT side, and yet Evidence have again and again been able to work from behind and trade out their teammates. This is their most impactful player already removed, though, so now someone else has to step it up. Janeko's not the one, as he only finds 1 kill. We need to see more than this, so 1-for-1 trades. Bring it back into a 2v2. There's only 1 player on the bomb site, though. This could be an easy round. paiN catches a Molotov kill, though, from the grave. Has gone walked into it. And with that, it's all over. Fasten knew exactly where the final player was and dealt with him quite quickly, leaving it into a 7-5. paiN finding a Molotov kill from the grave is probably the, I guess, best example of how paiN have consistently been getting very lucky with the rounds that they win. Now that, on the back of that, it's pushed Evidence into a pretty weak spot. They've decided to take 2 AKs out, which hasn't actually impacted their economy too much coming into the next round. And they have a pretty decent opportunity to close it right now, so I do agree with this decision. I think it's a good call. So you want to let your AKs take the opening duels. You've got 2 players that have deagles and armor that can easily recover those AK-47s if they're dropped. So it's a great opportunity to pretty much be granted a full buy. Let the AKs entry, follow them up with the deagles, take the fights together as teams, and you've got a really good chance, especially as most players are going to be pretty isolated with it being Inferno. You've got a crossfire in middle, some utility usage would push that back, but nobody has any utility to use at this point. So Landon's able to pick up 1 for free. Flashbang goes down. Now they have the chance to split. They need to not go alone as Janeko falls. That's one of the AKs removed from combat straight away. Dumau gonna go for a trade. He doesn't take opening fights. Sure, he wins it. But we're into a 2v4 with an AK at least retrieved for Gone as well. So they're able to take this now as a 2-man with a decent opportunity. But paiN should really be walking away with this round. They've got an AWP locked in on long. A player in pit that's going to be very difficult to deal with no utility whatsoever. Plus the fact that even if they get rid of him or ignore him, by the time they close in on the bomb site, you've got, well, it was a long-range angle being held by Landon, but eventually turns into a much more up-close and personal one. Evidence split up at this point, and that's not a decision that I really like to see. Again, you're looking for trades at worst in these scenarios to get a bomb plant in to better your economy for the next round. Straight away, Dumau goes down. Gone is slipping in through CT, but there's no time. He has to go towards A, doesn't find the kill, and he's pretty much dead. So a big whiff of a round. I mean, he's going to die after time. Finds the kill, has to run into CT. Indeed he does. So he survives with the AK. Okay, no big deal. He at least doesn't lose too much, but I really don't get the idea of splitting up and sending 1 long and 1 short in that situation. You know there's an AWP in play as well, so the most important thing is to make sure that you trade. If Landon was still locked in on that angle on long, you could have seen Gone die straight away, with Dumau then left without the bomb to push the bomb site. It's a bizarre one. So, Auto Director decided to just not have a good day. It's called in sick today, but a little bit late. As Gone's the last alive, 1v3. He's not having a great time. Has to go retrieve the bomb, which has already been dropped. He's going to try to come in through CT, which is open for him to do. But even at that, once he wraps through, they would be ready for him. He comes down middle. Gives away his position. He's stepping a little bit too much. Molotov towards the tree. Sadly, not going to yield any results as paiN is up on the close right. Backed up by Landon on the AVP. Finding the frag to close the round. And 7-7. This has been a fantastic recovery by paiN, but even still, Evidence come in here with a huge advantage. And I do feel like they've done enough, like I said, when it was 7-2. But just considering the early lead that they had, you would definitely like to see them get a little bit more on the board. Because at this point, after losing 5 rounds in a row, you do start to feel a little bit shut in. And paiN, if they win the pistol round and the first buy round in the next half, they'll claim a pretty significant lead, and even though it's not the worst for Evidence, as they would then be on the CT side, it would, just because you've lost so many rounds in a row, it does severely affect your mentality, knowing that, okay, statistically you should be fine, but it's still not working out. The recovery of Landon as well, I think, is one big thing that we can look to for why paiN have been doing so well. Now capitalizing on their opening kills and even further extending them as Fasten finds a second. These two are the top performers for the CT side. And even support coming in here. PKL's there to help out as Landon finds the damage. Dumao is finished off by PKL. Apartments is now clear. And towards the B bomb site, though, this is where we look to Gone. He's pushing up slowly. Shift walking towards the bomb site, and if he doesn't spot Big Uzera out, he could be dead. But if he does, he has a real chance to win this out. Okay, takes him down, but now the rotations are in play. Smoke on the cross. PKL counts to 3. No, he doesn't. He just shoots straight away. He's looking for feet at this point, hoping to catch them all. Flank him up Banana. Gone's spotted out, though, and at that point, he's pretty much dead. Fasten with a nice spray, considering he was running and then just stood still, knew exactly where the spray was at and got the headshot. And 19 kills on the board to finish it off. Pretty good considering the fact that when they were down 7-2, nobody was fragging at all. So a very decent scoreline overall for paiN, considering how they started it out after losing 7 consecutive rounds. Now they can at least build themselves the excuse that they had a slow start after the pistol round, but now they're warmed up and ready to go. Keep themselves in it mentally. There's a lot of chat, and the players aren't really playing this as you would normally a pistol round, so I think it's going to be a restart. Yeah, it's going to be a restart on the round. Some form of technical issue has stricken one of the players, evidently. I mean, it is a tech issue, right? It is a restart. Tadison's in a corner, so is Big Uzera. Yeah, they'll be restarting fairly soon. Well, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to throw it over to a pause screen and just investigate the chat just to check out what the issue is. So I'll be back in just a couple seconds once this is all sorted out. As once again, this is 99% not live.
Nervous with the cold drink in my two hands, saying no thanks. Like any way it goes, cause I know things they shouldn't have told me. Now I'm thinking what for? Hanging by a sentence at the drugstore, barely even steady out the front door. Hate my own things, but I love yours. Yeah, I really love yours. 7 in the afternoon, half asleep, count the chords. All I think about is you constantly. That's the hard part. Fade Tangled, found myself waking in the same clothes, shaking from my temple to my ankles. Sunny, but I need another raincoat. Waiting by a payphone, finally I coughed up some awful information that I thought of. Well, they think I've been messing with the wrong stuff. Nah, I've been messing with the right stuff. Yeah, I think I might just waiting for the call to come. Who could say it was easy? Sad about the bad I've done on my grave. Please believe me. Gotta come alive. I hear it all the time, but I'm quiet when you make me fade. Feel it coming back. Watch it turn black, but I'm brighter when you make me fade.
Well, hello everybody and welcome back. We're jumping on into half number 2. Apologies for the little bit of a delay. There were some technical issues getting everything online, as there was, I don't know what happened, but some of the players needed to restart the round, and then it took a while to get an admin in to fix that. But we're jumping in 8-7. Utility here for Big Uzera and Landon. There's 2 flashbangs, all that Ruda is going to be rocking with, alongside a kit. paiN have had a pretty hefty road to recovery. We can see the round history there. Oh, no, it's messed up. Well, we won't open that again. Basically, in the first half, we had a really solid start for Evidence, but then it fell apart towards the end as paiN managed to find themselves 6 consecutive rounds to match that almost of Evidence's 7 that they found, with paiN winning the pistol and proceeding. Fasten is the one to fall straight away, giving Evidence a little bit of an advantage to work with here in the pistol. Still 3 players to work with, and they now know there's 1 close apartments. Janeko's able to find 1 kill on the Big Uzera. That's the apartments player eliminated. Dumao up close and personal with the Glocks finds out just how dangerous they can be at a close range angle. PKL jumps across, not able to hit the shot on the player on tree, but eventually re-peeks it and finds exactly that. A 2 versus 2 with an aggressive hold by PKL, which proves to be quite fruitful, with Jilneko being the only player left alive. 1 versus 2. USPN had no kit to work with. Rude was the player that had the kit. Didn't quite spot where he died, actually. My memory's not serving me very well. But it doesn't look likely to matter, as he's unable to do anything. Double peaked by USPs. Taken down. It's 9 to 7 in favor of paiN. Now these guys are starting to figure it out. They're getting a lot more done than what we saw previously. But there's still plenty of time for Evidence to come back into it. Losing the pistol round isn't the end of everything here on Inferno, specifically on the CT side, because it doesn't even guarantee you a second round if you win that on the terrorist side. Evidence go for a 4 spy, something that's super common on Inferno. It's the map with the highest rate of 4 spies in the competitive pool on the CT side. Landon with a beautiful bulldozer SG. And 3 Mac 10s coming into play here for paiN. They're not going to find very easy kills, considering the fact that everybody has armor to work with. And indeed, everybody except for Dumao has got head armor. Dumao playing long range on a scout. Oh my god, gone. What is that? PKL and Fasten both go down to 2 quick taps. The first shot, fair enough. Yeah, you land that headshot. The second? No. That doesn't happen on a spam. Once again, it's time to get the vaccine chat. The South American battles have certainly been interesting so far. Molotov towards the pit now as they close in towards the A-bomb site. We've talked about how efficient these 4 spies can be, and you're seeing exactly that. The Deagles dominate the round with Skull on a 3rd. Headshot onto Tadazin. 2 players were low. Tadazin was pretty healthy, but not for too much longer after that 1 Deagle bullet connects to your head. My god. Well, that was a hell of a round. Evidence pull it back and now sitting 9 to 8. Have got themselves a very solid position. As again coming in with a 4 spy, but paiN do the same. It's not quite as efficient over on the terrorist side to see that coming through. As I said, there's a delay on the stream. I'm actually just watching Gon's peak back again. 1, 2. That's dirty. That is so goddamn dirty. It's probably the filthiest thing I've ever seen happen with a Deagle. 2 bullets fired as fast as possible and 2 headshots. You dirty, dirty boy, Gon. Landon is the one to fall straight away. Aggression on the back of a flashbang through apartments grants a further kill. And this round, as a 4 spy for paiN, is looking almost like an eco. The Mac 10 going to get some reward there as Janeko swings around the corner spraying. Gets himself 9 to 9 tied up. And paiN at this point are definitely feeling a little bit of their namesake, as things have looked a whole lot better for them in the past. Another allergy break. We're back though. We're good to go. 9-9 evidence sitting on a full buy, and this should be a pretty one-sided round as paiN don't have a whole lot to work with. I like that they're pushing towards B together. They've got a flashbang on Biggie's era. It's a worthwhile investment. It certainly could prove to be, but that Molotov pretty much cancels all their plans. Oh, maybe not actually. Decent damage on the gun. He's going to play passive towards construction though and hope his teammates can take this fight all by himself. Right? As Rude is pretty isolated on the bomb site. Swings out though. Gon actually came in to help on Coffins. A brave move for a man on 20 HP. Although paiN do quite a bit of damage, they do it to different players, meaning that Evidence don't lose anything. They don't have to rebuy armor, obviously. It takes quite a while for that to chip away. And so 10-9. At this point, I mean, I'm not feeling too good about paiN anymore. They were my prediction coming into this, and I'm actually curious just to see if the odds are agreeing with me. Let's pull those up on screen right now. First map, round 25. We don't want that. Let's refresh again. Second map. God damn it, we're not... Go again. First map, round 25. Alright, god damn it, I don't care. I don't care anymore. So, with Evidence finding themselves in a 3 versus 3. It's a disadvantage to have on the CT side, but yeah, that's it. It's just a disadvantage. paiN have got bomb control. They haven't got a whole lot of map control, but the fact is Evidence don't either. They've only got 3 players to hold down, with 2 on A and 1 B very passively holding as well. It gives them a lot of problems. Luckily for them, 2 players are about to push towards the A-bomb site. That's a little bit awkward though. Biggie's Era's just spotted the legs on top of the balcony. He knows where Janeko is. Smoke going to be thrown over towards long, and eventually they actually bail out. They just want to hit the A-bomb, or the B-bomb site rather. Already spotting one aggressive in apartments means there's probably one on long. That smoke is supposed to bait them out. But in fact, it kind of gives a shorter rotation time to Dumao, who's now playing towards CT and will be able to assist his B holder much, much easier. Ruda on the AUG going to be holding down as the smoke goes over towards Coffins. Here comes the flashbang. Ruda watching it. It's a bit of a crossfire and it's working perfectly. They absolutely eviscerate their opponents. Ruda on a 4K in the round and single-handedly holds B. 11-9. Evidence ahead by such a large margin at this point that it is hard to fathom a way for paiN to get back in, considering this round should once again see a very weak investment. Now the one upside for them is that their opponents have gone for a double op setup, giving the T's at least an opportunity to perhaps close in on one of these AWPs and eliminate them early on. But even with that, it is a small... Oh lordy lord. BKL's taken down by a nade and his body is burned just in case he turns into a white. But it is by and large a strong round for Evidence. It's a minor consolation that they're up against a double op setup, because it also brings with it the problem of being up against a double op setup. I don't like how Gon's playing in Banana though. It's super passive considering they should know they're up against a very weak buy. He's no information on Banana at this point. The split in through CT has proven to be successful for paiN. As they post up on the angle, Gon's able to find another kill. Ruda onto Tadazin brings it into a 4 versus 2 and CT control. They're pressured to pushing the bomb site right now. Gon catching a little bit of information that they're rotating in through construction as they clear out. Oh, well, the information's given, but it costs a life. As Landon finds that on the AWP, he's spamming through to try and land a couple more. 45 seconds is plenty of time to work with. They're not pressured to go to the bomb site just yet. But again, a major problem right now is that paiN don't have the bomb planted. Time is ticking away. They're trapped in towards the back of construction, being watched by Gon on an AWP towards Banana, a player up close in mini pit, and CT being gawked on by Rude. A flash goes over to potentially allow the peek to go in, but Gon unfortunately has avoided being flashed and lights Landon down to 28 HP. Even in spite of that kill, Landon should find it very difficult to even get the bomb planted, but he achieves it. Ruda pushing up close has been spotted with the op, but the reaction isn't there, just a millisecond too late. as it will beat 12-9. Just about. Evidence walk away with a victory. So as we look at things, 12-9, evidence with a double op setup that they've carried forward. Where are paiN taking it? Well, the bomb is certainly in apartments for now, but with 110 left on the clock, oh yes, this is going to be a push. Look at the rotation coming through. Landon with a flashbang, it's going to go over, and this is going to be a very difficult hold towards the bomb site. Janeko is going to be completely blind, unable to do anything towards the apartments. He's now trying to take a fight on short. Dumao trying to swing out to help, and indeed he does by taking down Big Uzera. The Molotov stops them from peeking towards the pit itself, but as Fasten just walks out in the open, he takes 2 kills. Why ever not? Into a 2v4. Evidence on the major back foot, and paiN finally fixing some of their issues, going for a faster play. I'm actually kind of surprised they're sticking around here. I would have thought at this point you'd have a flashbang popped by Skuld just to get Rude out of there. And then a save. He has got a flash. I don't know what he's keeping it for. Especially with an AWP in the hands of Rude, but... yeah, anyways, he doesn't get punished for it, so I guess you can forgive him for that. 24 kills on the board for Fasten. That's definitely been tangible. He's been a super pivotal player throughout this series. But I gotta say, Rude on 23, he's having a pretty good game himself. And he's had a couple of really good rounds, but by and large, he almost goes without note a lot of the time. And I feel like that's just the level of consistency he's bringing to the table. I say that as he instantly gets destroyed and PKL finds a Molotov kill. So maybe, you know, not great to comment on players because I just jinx them and they lose the round. The bomb is towards the T-spawn. Janeko swinging out to try and find a kill. Takes down Fasten. And into a 4 versus 3. Evidence on a man disadvantage coming in for a retake, although the bomb hasn't yet been planted. I'll soon realize that it will be... excuse me, that it will be the B-bomb site that's going to be hit. That one has been a very, very close game, I suppose, with not a lot separating them. Continues to be that way. I don't want to see Janeko stick around too long. He drops a smoke that indicates that he's exiting. Ooh, lots of damage on the Big Zera. He's got to bail out of there now. Or face down to the bomb. Or to further spams. There it is, eventually exploding, giving paiN the 11th round on the board. Apparently Sharks versus Reapers is playing today. Yes, indeedy. I'm actually not able to switch the title. I'm not a mod. Nobody trusts me to mod. It's sad. So I can't change the title, basically. We pretty much changed at the start of the day, and then it stays that way. So, to take a look at things, I'm just checking what the next game up is going to be, so we can get that kind of in line, lined up, ready to roll, ready to rumble, ready to bounce, ready to go. There's no streams listed, so we'll have to wait to find out. But looking at things overall, okay, so 2 opening kills come through for the T side. You've got a bit of an, oh no, a bit of a sneaky play from Jilneko, but he's instantly going to be spotted out in the open. PKL takes down Gon. It leaves all onto Rude. He just wants to save towards the B bomb site, leaving it over to a 12-12 scoreline. It's not great, it's not ideal, and it's not perfect, but it can always be worse. Evidence have had a pretty good run so far, and they started to really shut paiN out by winning 7 consecutive rounds in a row. 7 consecutive rounds in a row. What does that even mean? What does that even mean, dude? 7 consecutive rounds. Or 7 rounds in a row. Pick one, choose one, and use it. As Rude gets eliminated, 12-12 is how things are going to finish off. And I gotta say, I'm a little bit worried for Evidence, even despite their win streak of rounds. It still does look a little bit scary for them. The timeout, I think, is probably aptly timed, as they do realistically want to make sure that they're in position to get the best out of their economy. Really, you don't want to be just approaching the next full buying, saying, ah, whatever. Hopefully we have enough money, all that sort of stuff. So I'm taking a look at a 12-12 scoreline. Evidence on full deagles, for the most. Well, actually not full deagles. 2 P250s. I'm just lying to you. I'm sorry. I'm just a liar, man. Couple pieces of armor. This is a situation that shouldn't go too well. Gon's having a terrible day. Dude's been wall banged, shot through smoke. It's a weird Molotov, considering that a smoke was thrown down. But whatever. I don't know if he thought the smoke was like further out or something, but Gon now tucked in the corner. At least has got a little bit of a decent spot. Did the Go TV just freeze? Hello? Hello? What the hell is happening? I think the Go TV is frozen. So that's not great. Yep. This is This is not ideal. I like how the character models still move though. That's kind of cool. They just kind of fidget. So oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. It's Michael Jackson. Hell yeah, dude. Do it. Do it. Someone get some music. Someone layer some music over this. That was some Michael Jackson's concert. I felt like it was the best thing we could do without having a copyright strike, although we might still have one. So guys, I guess what I'll do is I'll just throw it over to a quick break and we'll try to fix this. The admins are going to be working on it. I guess we've just let them know. It's happened to every single stream on StarLadder, so I don't know, something to do with the Faceit servers. There were some problems earlier on today as well. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I hear an update on that. And apologies for cutting it off on 12-12. Players are still playing, so I'll keep you guys updated as soon as I get information. Sorry.